evening! Today's video is going to be my version of what most people are calling the ungoth confessions. As much as I would like to title this the ungoth confessions, as I've stated before, I don't feel like I qualify as a goth for the sole reason that I do not listen to goth music. Now I do listen to a little bit, and I listen to synth pop and industrial, but I'm not following the goth subculture shaped around the music, per se. And sadly, the unmetal confessions didn't have as nice a ring to it as I hoped it would. So what we're gonna do is just go ahead and call this the undark confessions. So considering me to be some sort of a darkling in one way or another, these are 10 facts which may be surprising. Number 1. I have never drank blood. Drunk blood? I have never drunk blood. I've never drank blood. I've barely even tasted blood. Okay, that one was a little bit of a joke, but let's move on to the real content here. Number 2, I love edutainment. I freaking love it. If it has some sort of an educational value, particularly for children, I'm into it. I love Arthur, I love Degrassi, I love the Magic School Bus, I love it all. Edutainment for the win. Number 3, I love really funny, immature cartoons for adults, such as The Simpsons, American Dad, Family Guy, King of the Hill, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Love that stuff. Number 4, I love radio music, particularly rap, hip-hop, R&B radio music. Migos, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Kendrick Lamar, Big Sean. Now I'm kind of picky. I don't listen to just anything that comes on there, but I do get in a lot of radio time. Number 5, this is the big one. I love the sunshine. I love the sun. I love being in the sun. And I don't care about being pale. My relationship with nature is very important to me. And I feel like the sun is one of the loudest voices of nature. And by having a relationship with the sun, I am more in sync with all of nature. And because of this, I can do simple things like spend a long day outside for whatever reason, or go on a walk without getting sunburned, without having to be afraid of getting sunburned, or walk with an umbrella over me. That just seems like too much work. Ever since I was a kid, I've always thought that if you have tan lines, if you have mosquito bites, if you have briar scratches, if you have muddy feet, it simply means that you've been out there in nature, out there on earth, furthering your relationship with nature, connecting with the earth, existing like you're meant to exist. Now, no offense to people who are super pale, of course, it is beautiful, but I was never too terribly pale naturally to begin with, and I love Mr. Sunshine. Number 6, my style is pretty muted most of the time, aka I'm looking like a normie most of the time. And of course there are reasons for that, like I'm exercising, I'm at work, I'm just running to the grocery store, whatever. But there are times when I am going out to dinner with my husband or something and I want to dress up, and sometimes I put on this outfit and think I just want to change out of it and just look like a normal person and blend in. Like, sometimes I feel like I don't have the energy to get stared at all night. But that's something I'm trying to work on. Number 7, I live in a suburb. Yeah, I mean like full-on suburbia. But I am very, very quickly outgrowing this starter home phase of my life. Give me a cabin in the woods, please! Which brings me to number 8. I prefer country life over city life. I don't like traffic. I don't like large groups of people everywhere. I don't like the rude people that come with the city. The overwhelming busyness of a city is a lot for me. However, my preference for country life is sort of a disadvantage because the city life has better open mindsets, more diversity, things like concerts, and in general other like-minded people. But for those things, I just have to commute. Number 9. This is actually a pretty strange confession, especially given my username here on YouTube. I am not a night person. I go to bed early, and I like waking up in the morning. Now don't get me wrong, I love the night. The night is beautiful, the night brings me peace, and great things happen at night. But my mindset is very productivity oriented, and I feel like I have to be productive during the day. And I feel like I have to rise early to be productive, and I have to get to sleep because that's what my body wants at night. And to be honest, I've actually only stayed up through a whole night about 3 times ever. I'm like a total square. That should be another undark confession in itself. I'm a total square. And number 10, my final confession, is that I sleep with a teddy bear. It's the same teddy bear that I've slept with since I was like 5. It's not really so much about the fact that he's a teddy bear, it's just like that I have to be holding something when I sleep. So there you have it. Those are my 10 undark confessions. You may have found that I'm actually not the darkest person in the world, or the most metal or the most goth person in the world. But I'm not ashamed of any of these confessions, so I don't really think they should be called confessions, more like fun facts. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Good night, and goodbye forever.